Okay.
So the Barracks and Granary are new additions in Savage mode. They are basically trash mobs. They do require some mechanics though, some coordination into two groups as you'll see here shortly. There's not really much going on, at least from the DPS perspective. So instead of just kind of having a video where you see me in the corner DPSing, I thought I would talk over it and explain what's going on here. So we're standing outside the barracks right now, which is the slime side, also referred to as west. We let the tanks and especially the people with the sweeping, which you can see going on now, go ahead of us to make sure that there are no traps. My designation was to go to the southwest, which is where you're going to see me heading. In every room, we're going to have green slimes and we're going to have red slimes. And you can see basically the DPS, more often than not, the ranged, is going to pull the red slime over to the side or to the corner. To DPS, basically you just want to kill those. You don't want to let them merge. That's what these slimes do if they get too close to each other, is they merge. The red, you don't want that to happen. You can typically prevent it from happening by just keeping it away from the green and DPSing it in time. Sometimes they might spawn two at a time and be alive, and I'm pretty sure you want to interrupt that if that happens, but we were able to DPS it down pretty much in time and not have to worry about two being alive. The green, on the other hand, which is what the tank's doing there in the middle on the green circle, or the pad, you can see our healer, Encan, over there in the entranceway to the room that we walked in. That person is actually initially grabbing the green slime and pulling it into the room so the tank can then grab it and take it mid. The idea being that you need 5 of those green slimes, I believe, to merge and activate that button.
Southwest is ready.
Which you can hear they just called that Southwest is ready. We wait for all the rooms,
Southeast is ready.
4 of them to be ready. And
Northeast
then
is
they
ready.
merge the
Northwest.
final
Need more
slime. And basically everyone else runs out because it is like a big AoE, I guess, that explodes from them. I've never actually seen it, but I just know from the text guides and what they'll call in voice is we basically just get out. So you'll see that happening
okay,
now.
I'm ready.
Go ahead and merge.
The tanks are going to merge the green slimes onto the pads, and we basically don't worry about what our slimes are doing. We still want to keep them away, but we don't have to kill it. We're not worried about aggroing anything on the way out. You'll also see these Bosjan soldiers here. That was what another group was designated to do, was basically take care of ads in that hallway while other players were doing the 4 rooms. So that might be something that you run into here. But again, we're just running out and waiting. A few things that you could probably see me do is I tried to avoid using any AoE just to make sure that I didn't aggro something or kill something that wasn't supposed to die. And I was also stacking my Dragon Eye, my Mirage Dives, so that when we go into the next fight, which is the first actual boss of Savage mode, I would have Geras Kogel and Tenastron ready to go. It does take a while. Luckily, Blood of the Dragon, the cooldown timer is shorter than, you know, the actual buff timer, so you can just keep refreshing it over and over again.
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
Just waiting for the people that were talking to ask their question. So this is Golem side, the Granary, also known as East. Again, we're gonna let everyone else open the door, sweep for traps, and they're gonna be dragging one of these golems into each one of these rooms. They start off blue and green. They're gonna do a metamorphosis that changes color. Some of them you want to keep the same color as our room here. You can see we have a blue pad, so we want ours to say blue.
Remember again to save some burst
the one
for
north
the
that you can just see at the top of the screen is a red pad, so that tank is going to let that golem turn red, and then he's going to stun metamorphosis from that point forward so that it stays red. Each one of these colors has a different property, I guess, a different mechanic. You might actually see at the top of the screen that the tank is running it around the room. That's because when it turns red, like it did just now, it hits very hard, basically like one-shots, so you actually just run around to avoid getting hit. The white one here, as you'll hear them call out. They want to save some burst around 30%. It'll do a move. Usually, I actually think we kill it before it gets to do it here, you even see it, but it'll do a move where it
Burst it
regens
down.
all its health, so you want to save all your burst until around 30% and
That was
then
a
just
nice
kill this right
metamorphose
away.
timing. You didn't even
Which
get
is
to
what
try
we're
and
doing here.
use his heal.
The blue golem, which was the first one that we did, really doesn't have anything special going on about it. The green, there is something special here. I don't remember what it is though. It's never really come up, and it's never been a problem. So we just come in here and DPS it down as normal. I think it might have something to do with the other ads, like if another golem gets dragged in here. Similar to the slime side, there are also parties at the north and the south end of the hallway in the middle that are dealing with ads. Their job is to literally just keep them at the front and the back, keep them from going into the rooms, and stunning a move that they do when it comes up.
Can one of
And
the
then at the
healers
end
try to
here, after
keep
we kill this
Aerosub?
red
She's
golem,
tethered.
we'll go out there and basically just DPS those ads until the other side's ready. So you can see the red
After
tank
we
here
finish
is
the red
still
golem, we
running
can
this
focus
around the
down
pad.
that,
When he gets low enough,
the
there'll
golem
be a
attacking
call for
him.
him
Careful
to
of the
drag him
goal.
into the
There's one
middle
inside the room.
and then just pop the tank invuln so that the tank doesn't die
Alright, can you
while we
invuln and
finish
bring it
him
to the
off.
center? Thank you. Perfect.
So the golems obviously need to die on the pads and also their respective color of the pads. I did see, I don't know if every color is different or if there's different mechanics, but we did once have the red golem not die on the pad and it just resurrected, kind of like those heads from Temple of Corn, I think. So it seems to be similar to that. It seems recoverable, but not great if it happens. And again, the other side's kind of waiting on you, and I think there is some sort of enrage if there's too much time in between the two. So killing these as fast as possible is a good thing. So you can see here we're just literally DPSing. That demolish is the attack that you want to interrupt. And then as soon as the other side is done, the slime side, you'll see these disappear.
You've lost
and we will
paralyzed
just
now,
run
oh,
to
never mind.
the end.
We did it. Don't step on the trap. Did anyone die?
Not on this side. Alright, head back up to A.
Well done, everyone. And yeah, make sure to change voice chat back to Team A Slimes.